Susan! Good to see you. Called you in because I've got something cool. And I thought you might find this interesting because I know you like differences in things. So here we have a very simple pattern by Fenton, made in circa 1911 to 13. It was in the Butler Brothers wholesale catalogs. And the pattern is called Pinecone. And this is a pine cone, right? Hanging down off of some branches. Very simple little pattern. But when they made it, obviously, they did two different versions. So you'll find one of them that has very small little cones on here and very skinny little branches, I guess you'd call those. And then you'll have the other one that has much fatter cones and much thicker branches. So they were two totally separate molds. They had to have done two totally separate molds. So we don't know if they ran them for a long time and they decided that they would, have the new guy make the mold and he just kind of copied it basically but went bigger, or if it was they ran them at two separate times and decided somebody wanted one a little bit different. But these would typically be called a plate, although they have sold them as a saucer, and I'll get to that in a minute. But these come in the two different versions, right? One has this sawtooth edge all the way around, and the other one has a sawtooth edge, but it's scalloped and it goes up and down. They come in bowls that are either ruffled, what we call ice cream, so they're out and they come up just a little bit, or they may be slightly flared where they'll come up and we'll call those round sometimes. So those are the different shapes for the bowls. The plates are always flat, but there are the small ones that are only 5 to 6 inches, and then there are a bigger size that are 7 to 8 inches. But isn't that cool? The back patterns are different on both of them. This one is plain. This one is called wide panel. And I don't have an example of the other one, and that's a very scarce version where they have the orange tree pattern on the outside. They use that on quite a few of their little sauces and little bowls. But that's Pinecone by Fenton. And here's the cup that they put with it occasionally in advertising. This is actually Wreath of Roses. It's a totally different pattern. It's not Pinecone. And the insides of the cups have another pattern. That's Persian Medallion. So in this particular case, when they put that together and they sold it as a set, they've actually got 3 patterns included, actually 4 if you count the wide panel on the back. A lot of work went into that. But I just thought those were really different. Oh, by the way, the other big difference was the one had the star base and the other one has the plain base. Forgot. So that's the other big difference. But just a very simple pattern. Easy. And you can probably end up with 20 variations if you tried to get all the different sizes or edge treatments or edges or cups. Keeps us working at it. And every once in a while you'll just find out that you like a particular pattern. So, but that's all I got today. Thanks for stopping in. We'll see you next week. Have a good one. Oh, by the way, I went to the city this week. A friend of mine, their son got married, and it was such an emotional wedding. Oh, just so emotional. Even the cake was in tears. Keep smiling. I know. Hmm.